If you know the Tai Chi 24, the Yang style 24 short form, and you've done it for any length of time, you probably have a comfortable pace that you normally do that form. So today, I'm going to challenge you to get out of your comfort zone, and we're going to work on slowing the pace down. Doesn't matter where you are as far as if you do the form fairly quickly or if you've really worked on slowing it down. We all can take some time and slow it down even more. And the benefits of doing the form at a slower pace are you can fully relax. You're opening up your body and really allowing all the joints to open up, allowing the muscles to relax, which in turn also helps your body get fully oxygenated. There's no blockages because you are open up. And you have the opportunity to be breathing deeply as you slow yourself down. It allows you to get into a more meditative state with your Tai Chi, which is also very beneficial to lowering your stress in your body. Because what you have to do when you slow it down is you have to really rely on applying those underlying principles. So today, let's work on what can we do, what principles do we need to work on to slow ourselves down in the form. And the first one that I want to talk about is that idea of substantial and insubstantial. You're empty and you're full. And if you just work on it with simply Chi walking, that can be a very important start to slowing yourself down. I'm going to step back this way. And if you think about Chi walking, putting a little bit of weight onto that left leg, rocking back, then bringing all the weight onto that left and stepping forward with the right. The idea of feeling that water flow from one leg into the next before you step. But now think about not only that forward motion of filling, but then I want you now to think about I'm feeling my foot roll to the ground. I'm feeling a little bit of weight here, and now I'm rocking back. And I want you to really focus on that weight shift. Feel that rock back. Then you're rocking forward. Feel this leg become completely full before you step forward and roll that foot, heel to toe, rocking back. Don't cheat this motion of rocking back. Fully feel the weight shift. And then bringing yourself forward. Allowing this insubstantial leg to remain insubstantial for a time period before you step forward. So just slowing yourself down in feeling that substantial and insubstantial is very important. Think about the movement of part the wild horse's mane. There's a couple more principles that we can add to what we're thinking about as we do part the wild horse's mane. Substantial and insubstantial is one of them. But one of the other important ones is focusing on your rotation. So if you hold the ball to the right, stepping out with your left, rotating, opening yourself up into that part the wild horse's mane. Now you normally might step out part the wild horse's mane and part the wild horse's mane. That might be your comfortable pace. So by focusing on that rotation, slow yourself down and make it last longer. Let it be a slower rotation. Then incorporating that substantial and insubstantial, fully feel that rock back, letting your weight come onto that front leg, and then heel to toe again, using that rotation and your substantial and insubstantial. You can make part the wild horse's mane, slow down outside of your comfort zone. But now as you feel that slowness, purposefully feel how open and relaxed you can allow your body to be, because you're not rushing through that motion. There's one other simple technique that can help you slow down and relax, and that's where you're putting your eyes. As you do your part the wild horse's mane, thinking about substantial and insubstantial, thinking about the rotation, but now also focus on that upper hand. Put your eyes on that hand as it goes around, then feeling that substantial and insubstantial, and now watch your hand. Put your eyes fully focused on that hand. That's going to help that meditative effect as well. If you're focused on an object, which is the object is your hand, but as you're focusing, that will help your mind relax and help your body relax. You can do these same things, substantial and insubstantial changes, rotation, focusing on your hands with wave hands like clouds, right? If without even stepping yet, if we think about, I normally do wave hands like clouds. Maybe I'm thinking I'm going nice and slow, which I am at that point. I'm not going super fast either. But now if I really focus on my rotation and put my eyes on this upper hand, I can slow myself down and now if I want to add that substantial and insubstantial change, stepping out, feeling that water flowing as I'm rotating, bringing my dantian over that base of support, allowing this leg to come in and now fill back up as I rotate. Stepping out. So you can see where that meditative effect really starts to kick in, because now I'm thinking about rotation. I'm thinking about substantial and insubstantial. I'm thinking about keeping myself balanced. I'm focusing on my hands. We can also add breathing to that. Now, breathing is a big component of when you're first starting to slow down. How is your breath matching your movement? So let's leave wave hands for a second. We'll come back to it, but let's do a simple move like pushing chi, where we're not really locomoting, we're not moving forward, we're not moving side to side, but we can easily focus on our breath. Remember, we breathe out as we push away. We breathe in as we come towards our body. Now, as you do this, one of the fun things that you might want to practice with pushing chi is putting a clock in front of you. And notice how many seconds it takes you to complete the full pushing out, pulling back. Notice just what your normal, comfortable pace. And then start to challenge yourself, which means you challenge your breath as well. Breathing in slower, and then breathing out at a slower pace. Remember that inhalation and exhalation need to match. And see if you can lengthen the time, the seconds that you're taking to do pushing chi. Think about, as you're doing your pushing chi, you're incorporating that breathing, slowing your breathing down. Also think about opening up your body. Remember, it's not a lateral movement, it's a rounded movement. So allow your body to be rounded and to be grounded. Start to feel the ground even as you're moving forward and backward, or your weight is shifting forward and backward. You're not moving, but allow your body to be rounded and yet relaxed. Focusing on that breath. We can do the same thing with preparation. Simple movement, you're not actually moving in any direction. You're simply allowing that breath to come in as you're going up and out as you're going back down. Imagine you have to pull the breath all the way up from your feet, through your legs, through your dantian, all the way out through your fingers, and then letting it exhaling as you go down. Feel how slow you can go, opening up your body, allowing your body to relax. And one of the side benefits of working on slowing down and working on your breath control is you will actually help to improve your lung capacity, which is a good thing. And that's going to help keep you healthy. With wave hands like clouds, I said we'd come back to it. Remember, we're focusing on that rotation, your substantial and insubstantial changes, keeping your eyes on your hands. But then you can add that level of breathing as well. Think about slowing it down by slowing down your inhalation, breathing in, and breathing out, trying to match that exhalation with your inhalation. So just those few simple movements, thinking about the underlying principles, can help you start to slow down your whole form. And one of the movements that will also add the idea of continuous flow is the ward-off series. Sequence. You can think about your substantial and insubstantial changes as your weight goes forward and back throughout that sequence. Thinking about your rotation in that sequence. You can focus on your hands. You can focus on your breathing. So let's do the ward-off sequence together and think about slowing it down. I find in my own practice that as I'm trying to do the entire form and slowing it down, the ward-off sequence is often somewhere where I slip into my comfort zone. I want to just do my ward off like I normally do, just flowing through it. And I actually start to speed up as I'm doing that because that's my comfort zone. So working on slowing that ward off sequence down, just taking it out of the form and just working on that one movement will help you. So let's think about taking a nice deep breath in here, then stepping out, rotating. Think about slowing that rotation down. Grasp the bird's tail. You're using your rotation here. You can focus on your hands as you roll back. Using that rotation, thinking about also how your weight is coming a little bit forward onto that left as you rotate and press. And then here's your pushing chi that we've already practiced. Bringing that weight back, breathing in and breathing out. So let's do that again, just on that same side. Remember, you're thinking about your breath. You're thinking about your rotation, thinking about that weight shift, and you can put your focus on your hands if you'd like. And feel how this flow, as you slow it down, can really translate to the whole form and help you open up, help you be more meditative in your exercise. Pushing chi. So even, like I said at the beginning, no matter where you are, if that's your comfortable pace with ward off, then slow yourself down even more. That's part of the fun of Tai Chi, is it can be an individual exercise where you challenge yourself. You're not thinking about how slow anybody else does it. You just challenge yourself and get a little bit slower than what you did it the day before.